Today we end the calendar year and head towards and into the January transfer window. We've got 3 Premier League games today and a rather important Carabao Cup quarter-final against Manchester City. A side that actually we played very well against yesterday. The only real team I did play very well against actually in yesterday's episode. Picking up a 3-0 win at home where we are again for the first played game of the day. We're going to sim Brighton and play the Villa one, I think. Although Aston Villa are having a pretty poor season so far. But of the two, you imagine that Villa are going to have the more difficult team to play against. And as such, we should probably play that one over simming the Brighton one if they're both away from home. In Europe, we're already through. We're top of the group. We're loving life. We haven't yet found, of course, who we're going to have in that next... Oh, actually, we have found who we're going to have in the next knockout round. It's going to be Villarreal. All right. We've learnt that together. Next month, we have found out who we got in the FA Cup as well, that being Bristol Rovers away from home. Not got any money at the moment to do anything in January. No current plans to do anything in January, other than if someone comes in and triggers a release clause or offers us silly money for a player that we're not necessarily that bothered about keeping. We'll see how things go. You know how transfer windows can chop and change left, right and centre throughout the course of a transfer window. We are at risk of losing Ben Davies. Do we give a shit? No, not really. Sorry, pal. So we'll quickly sim this one against Brighton to start things off. You can see their starting lineup there. Buonanotte on the right-hand side. They've got Igor, Billy Gilmore, Nathan Ake's at centre-back for them. Draven Hall in goal, a Patreon player. Starting for the first time against this. Started his career at Sunderland, I think, in this save, Draven. And in the 11 here for 16th placed Brighton and Hove Albion. We are, of course, saying thank you to you guys, as ever, for your continued support in the comment section and on stream as well. Saying thank you to TJ today. Saying thank you to Guy Pinguino today. We're saying thank you to RHI as well. Ultimately, I guess we would probably play in the fruit salad kit for this particular game. The one against Manchester City on the horizon is probably the priority here, but I will start a full strength side because we have a gap to close in the league as well. And that gap, if it were done... Jesus Christ, Declan Rice. Declan Rice got himself a straight red card after 12 minutes. And Brighton are that bad, we still went on to win by 4-0. Okay. Arsenal winning, which is actually neither here nor there for us at the moment because they're well down the table, albeit they beat us in yesterday's episode by 1-0 and pulled themselves back up to 10th. We're in second, but we've played a game more than those around us now. We've got Manchester United, of course, on the horizon today, so that'll be a very important game. But this next one's very important as well. The chance to win the Carabao Cup is not necessarily something we ever really prioritise, but having kind of swanned our way to this stage of the competition, it would probably be doing ourselves a bit of a disservice if we weren't to actually take it a little bit more seriously now that we're at the quarter-final stage with a chance genuinely of getting ourselves into a final and winning the trophy. And it isn't really going to affect our chances in any other competition at this moment in time. So we'll give it a go, see what we can do, and hopefully get a decent result. City are notably rotating for this game as well. I'm anticipating doing the same myself. Keiki, Zakanyi, O'Reilly, Doyle, Howard-Bellis and Cabore, as well as Diogo Costa in goal. All changes from the side that we beat 3-0 in the league in yesterday's episode. Foden, Rodrigo, Edison, Lenormand all dropped to the bench. White is there on the bench as well as a Patreon player. Liam Delap also, as well as Jan Couto with his lovely pink haircut. But absolutely that's a winnable game then, isn't it, with that sort of lineup. We will rotate ourselves. Some of it forced because Declan Rice got himself bloody sent off in the last game. Some of it not forced but voluntarily done because of the nature of the fixture list and the fact we've got Manchester United in the not too distant future as well. And we want to win that game too. Neto and Chaibi can play in this opening instance and we'll give Julian Alvarez the start up top two. Go on then, Joe Gallup can have a nod as well. Right, here we go then. Carabao Cup for the first game played today. I need to change my top as well because we're at home. Time to don white and hopefully get 3 points again. Or get a win again, sorry, against Manchester City. And if it's by 3 goals again, then that's fantastic. Chaibi, keep that in play, lad. Well done. Through there. And then out there. Ian Martson into Julian Alvarez. Spins well, looking for the pass. Lovely ball. Alex Scott, Ruben Dias. The only defender able to deal with the way that we built that move. He is as world class comes in FC terms, and to be honest, Ruben Dias is a bit of a Rolls-Royce defender in real life as well, isn't he? Taibi with a header to Sam Greenwood, and Gilhart through the gap to Julian Alvarez will wind up 4-1 from Reigns and draw the save out of Diogo Costa very well indeed. Alphonso Davies has not been anywhere near as rock-solid a fullback as I expected him to be when I saw him in City's starting lineup in the last game and in this one. Pedri is... Yeah, he's quite good, Pedri, isn't he? I thought I'd just be able to step in there. Erling with the free kick, or Alphonso Davies, or they're going to lay it off. They are going to lay it off, and it's Pedri to have the effort. I mean, the phrase dealt with by Meslier is probably a little bit too favourable in Mellier's favour there. That wasn't particularly dealt with. It just ended up in his hands, I think. Pedri. O'Reilly finds Haaland. No. Oh! Yeah, all right. Yeah, he's gone. Yesterday, Haaland.exe stopped working. Today, he's been boosted. He's been buffed. He's back to business. Bugger. He just well and truly hurdled his way all the way through the defence. Nothing was stopping him there. That was quite dominant. And with Manchester United on the horizon, I could really do with just fixing up a little bit again here now. Nice tackle by Archie Gray to get us off the mark defensively there. Somerville turns away from the one man, and now it might open up for Alvarez. Weighted pass is good, but I've not got enough time and space to really find the shot there. Now we do. Oh, and Somerville makes the difference. Off the bench to score the goal, just as Jack Clark was yesterday against Leipzig. It is the substitutes doing the business and turning things back in our favour. 1-1. Martson into Somerville. I get a little bit fortunate, and that's opened up. Gini, Ruter gives us the lead. No Edison, no world-class saves. Diogo Costa can't deal with it. Another substitute doing the business. When in doubt, look to the bench. 2-1 Leeds. Iscabori on a bit of a mazy run. Erling. Oh! Okay. Well, that happened. Iscabori just goes, I'm going to run sideways. One through ball. First time shot. And, well, pile driver is the word that springs to mind. Absolutely unstoppable from Erling Haaland. He was not at it in the last game against City. He's at it at the double on this occasion. Come on, Gini. You're in again, lad. If we can get the turn in, we can find Somerville again. I can't get the turn in to find Somerville again. But he has been able to win the ball back through that gap. And Scott. Ruter turns away. Drawing the defender out of position. Vanderson tucking it back. Alvarez. It's Alex Scott in the box. Oh, for Leeds United with a header. It's going to go just wide in the 90th minute. Issa Kabore getting the praise for his teammates for being in the way of the first effort, despite the fact the follow-up still came in and was dangerous. It went wide. 4 minutes added on. We are seemingly destined for a penalty shootout, which Manchester City are not happy about, I imagine, given the way that things went for them in the Champions League in real life recently. Or we're not going for a penalty shootout because Diogo Costa is off on his holidays. Gini Ruter, he's at the double off the bench this time. Wait for the replay. What are you doing, Keeps? Where's he going? I need to see that again. I played the ball across to Ruter, and what's Diogo Costa? It's like a space raider. He's just hopping sideways. Well, open bloody goal, mate. He's not even in frame. Cheers, Diogo. Semi-finals for us. Final whistle sounds moments later, and the cheers very much deserved. 1-0 down to 2-1 up, pegged back, but still we pull through into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. That was a very entertaining game of football. A couple of particularly good goals from Erling Haaland. Arsenal win on penalties, Luton win on penalties, so it's Spurs, Luton and Arsenal that join us in the semis. You can probably imagine which one I hope I get. You can probably imagine which one I anticipate not getting. Are we going to get lucky or are we not? I don't think so. It'll be probably Arsenal because they're the ones that beat me most recently. Could have called it. Could have put money on it. Balls. Right, okay. Manchester United at home is the next one then. 36 points plays 37 points. And the league standings look, as you see them there, we're 4 points off top of the table now, unfortunately. So more than a game's distance away. But goal difference is the best in the league as it stands. So if the points tally ever does line up, then we should be top. Rasmus up top for them. Amad Diallo in at cam. Sancho, Casemiro, Tchouaméni. Martinez, Joel Matip, intriguingly, at centre-back for them. And Luca Hernandez at left-back. They're missing Roger Ibanez through suspension. David Simpson is on the bench for them. Giulio Alessi is on the bench for them as well. Nicola Barella there too. Zaire Emery's made his way to Manchester United. They've got a decent team. Don't know anything about Ayala, the right-back, but presume he's a decently rated regen of some description. We are at full strength, and quite frankly, those that were on the bench in the last one that came off the bench to do the bloody business absolutely get the start this time around. Tchouaméni with a tackle. Man that we thought about signing in the summer. We went with Declan Rice instead. Casemiro, one of the world's best CDMs over the last decade. Probably go as far as to say that Rodri right now is probably the best player in the world in that position. I'd be intrigued to know what you guys think, actually, with players like Tchouaméni coming through as the next generation. But certainly, I think that Rodri is a cut above at present. We win that back. Kill him. No, okay. Amad Diallo. And into Jadon Sancho. Picked off by Van Evite. Tchouaméni can't quite get his foot on it. And Gini will look for Joel, who finds Jack Clark. He's been a substitute that's made the difference off the bench for us recently as well. In the Champions League against Leipzig. Looking for the run of Peru, who slotted through that gap beautifully. And on his left, draws the save out of an and maybe should have gone for goal. Wow. Best away record in the league, Manchester United. 9 games played, 9 games won. That's pretty terrifying. Peru trying to do something to put Onana off there. He and the defender doing exactly that. Somerville will drill this across here to Jack Clark, and there's space to go for a worldie. Didn't work. We'll take the free kick in that situation, though, right there on the edge of the box, please, if you don't mind. Gini Ruter is probably the best man to take it. Yeah, I'd imagine so. Try and lift it up over the wall if we can. Get it into the back of the net. Here in the early stages, nearly 3 bars of power. Don't jump wall. They didn't, and it's in! Ole! Gini Ruter! Leeds 1, Man United 0, with a top quality free kick. Okay. Thought I'd done enough there. Sancho. Diallo. Ben White does do enough. And it's probably a foul, right? Casemiro on me there. Tchouaméni. Scored a stunning goal against us in the Premier League last season. Might even have been the season before for Manchester United at Old Trafford. Certainly one that lives long in the memory. That strike. Gini will get rid of that nicely. And then lose it again to Tchouaméni. And no! It's alright, don't panic. I didn't. It's going well wide. Oh, God. Jadon Sancho played in down the line. Delivery could come. Rasmus, Amad. Having to rely quite a bit on Mr. Meslier here in this one, I think. We've gone for Nicolo Barella off the bench just 3 minutes into the second half. He's instantly involved and instantly absolutely sells me. Very much expected him to turn onto his right foot there. Oh, Meslier, what a double save. And Van Evite with the last ditch, in the same word, defending. So we saw that Jadon Sancho didn't tap home into an empty net. Ayala does me now. He's been quiet. I've not really seen much of him in this game, Ayala, so far. I don't recall actually even saying his name since we entered the field of play. Tchouaméni gives that away. And, well, has he overcommitted there? The fullback, he might well have done. Peru will look to send Jack Clark in behind, and Luca Hernandez is not going to have the legs to try and do anything here. And Jack Clark slots in a simple Leeds United second, and Manchester United are going to be losing here. Jack Clark makes it 2. Sancho, Rasmus Højlund, Galore. Oh, that's really well done. Sensational Manchester United goal. They are immediately back into it. It's the substitutes doing the business today, isn't it? Barella off the bench, and he's, within moments, gone and got them a goal. I don't even know whether that was a first-time pass back to Jadon Sancho, whether Sancho hit the pass against Barella's foot so hard, it just cannoned back to him. Either way, it was a good-looking goal, but the scoreline still looks good for us, thankfully. And we'll try and get a third and extend that 2-goal advantage again if we can. Peru, good hold-up play. Junior Rutter, it might happen. It might happen immediately. It very nearly did. Onana clears away. Martinez. Can we hold on to this lead we've built ourselves? Jadon Sancho with lots of support. Casemiro being one of those. Forest are 3-0 up against Brighton. Gray gets a toe to that. Somerville couldn't commit. Højlund. Ethan Ampadu has adjusted to being a centre-back this season, particularly well indeed. Meslier has just been solid. He's not had to adjust at all in any regard. He's just been consistently good. There is like 1 or 2 mistakes in him a season, but that's all from Meslier. He's probably been the most consistent goalkeeper we've had in a save of late. Don't be a Manchester United free kick. Sugar bumholes. Barella, no. It's him. Ah, and it's in. Manchester United equalise with a free kick. We'll leave it there. Putting the pressure on, trying to force a turnover in possession in the Manchester United half. It's not likely to happen. There's not really enough time left for either side now, unless they get a bit more direct, which they are not doing. Manchester United seemingly quite happy to settle for a 2-2 draw here. And a 2-2 draw is what they get. Well, 2 free kick goals in the same game. That was my first free kick scored in this entire save with Junior Rutter earlier on in this fixture. Unfortunately, it wasn't the only free kick scored in the game. City draw as well. Avoiding defeat against Man United is most important, but the win would have been lovely. Chelsea now could extend back to 6 points clear of us if they win their game in hand, which they haven't played yet, which is against Aston Villa, who intriguingly are our next opponents. So, depending on what Villa do against them... What did Chaibi want? Oh, he wants some first team football and he's put in a transfer request. You've played quite a bit, actually, Fares, if I'm completely honest. Never mind, 8. Well, we shall crack on and play Aston Villa. Hopefully they did something against Chelsea. Manchester City have offered me Yan Couto plus 14.5 million. No. The market value for Chaibi is 53 to 78. Maybe we sell Chaibi in January and bring someone else in? I mean, he can't force his way into a starting lineup, really, when I've got Somerville, Rutter, Jack Clark and Julian Alvarez. He just isn't of the same quality. He has 88 potential, but he's not growing that well this season, despite having a decent amount of football. So I can't guarantee him the starts. So maybe we let him go and we look for a new cam wide man centre mid that can play kind of anywhere. Almost like another Julian Alvarez, really. Chelsea beat Aston Villa. That's annoying. Well, let's go and do the same, shall we? Their starting lineup. Moussa Diaby out on the right-hand side. Our former man, Adam Hlojek, through the middle with Scott Underwood, Patreon player, alongside him. Kingsley Coman on the left. Callum Chambers at CDM alongside Yuri Tielemans as an injury one. Joao Cancelo at Villa at right back. Okay. Emi Martinez still in goal for them. No win in their last 5, but only 1 defeat in those last 5. They're 14th place in the division right now. It's absolutely a winnable game, but I get the feeling at the moment we kind of have to win this to stand a chance of still really being in touching distance of that title chance. See the space for Crescencio Somerville here. Cancelo's just gotten lost. I think Joao Cancelo's attacking intent and lack of defensive nous might be a way through for us in this game. If Villa get drawn on towards us, then there may well be a spot open up in between their back line. Through the middle, actually, as it happens. Peru! At right back was the plan, but no, straight down the bloody middle. Leeds 1, Aston Villa 0. Couldn't have asked for a better start away from home. That's a good response to the late equaliser to Manchester United. Peru's left foot, a wand, and always capable in that sort of scenario. Not been as free-flowing with the goals as he has been the past couple of seasons, Joel Peru, though, so far this year. Certainly would like a little bit more from him in the latter half of the season. Otherwise, I don't know whether he'll be holding down that spot. We might just go for Julian Alvarez week in, week out. Now watch him score a hat-trick in this game. He's in again. He scored again. What do I know? Shut up, Ches. Peru makes it 2-0 for him and for Leeds in the 11th minute. Tielemans. Coman. No, Kingsley. Oh, nice ball. Plojek not scoring against his former team. Rice. Oh, brilliant spin by Jack Clark. Racing away. Here we go. Come on. And again. Peru for the hat-trick. Joel Peru with a 30-minute hat-trick at Villa Park. Switcheroo around the corner. A lovely little chest control. And Martin, he was slow to close me down there because he wasn't sure whether it was the right thing to do. Oh, Jack Clark taking the Michael now. He's 4 in the 40th minute. Where are you, Villa? We can't see you, lads. You're not concentrating. Your defenders are nowhere to be seen. It's 4-0. 3 assists for Gini Rute so far today. Pulling the strings indeed. Fantastic first half performance from everyone. Jesus, I wept. Gini Rute has actually finally turned up in this save. This is his season so far. The side is growing fantastically well everywhere. And this scoreline is growing fantastically well everywhere. Unbelievable first half here against an Aston Villa side that I genuinely thought would put up a bit of a challenge. It has been a walk in the park so far. A walk in the Villa Park, one might say. Nicely to Clark and Peru. Who's the fullback? Levi. Clark. Oh, plays the 1-2. And Gini off the bar. Oh my God, it could have been 5. Played the 1-2 off the defender there. Gini Rute to Jack Clark. Trying to get the better of Jacobs. Forces his way around. Drills it into the middle where Somerville's waiting to kick it straight against the defender. Can we win that with Archie Gray? Can't even face the bloody ball. Keep it in play. I need to wait for some support though. So it's arrived. It's cleared though. Gini will win that. Declan's there. Declan Rice. Declan Rice! Declan Rice! Emi Martinez with the save. Alex, you can take control of that, you know, mate, if you want. Crumbled. Chop. Ah! Might be in trouble. Yeah. He just turned away at the last moment there. The ball was there to be won, and then you could see it, even in the replays, he just came into frame. Diaby swiveled. As such, Ben White came through the back of him, and we're down to 10 men for the final few moments here. Final 15 minutes or so. Archie Gray, we can pop into that position. I'm sure he'll be fine there. Indeed he is. Let's drop Traiby in there. Okay, fair enough. Definitely deserved red card. And definitely still a deserved victory for us, regardless of the fact that we are now down to 10 men. Might chop him as well again. It was Diaby again, lol. You want to come play for me, Musa? You can come and be in my squad, challenging for the Premier League title if you like, rather than being in Villa's first team, trying to avoid a relegation fight. We go for Champions League glory as well if you fancy it, pal. He's a bit quick, isn't he, Musa Diaby? He'd be a hell of an impact player off the bench. Might even consider being able to start him ahead of Jack Clark, although to be fair, Jack Clark has been very influential off the bench this season, almost to his own detriment, really. I could replace Jack Clark in the 11, and because he's been so good off the bench, we could still look to utilise that impact from Jack Clark and replace him in the starting lineup, maybe with someone like Musa Diaby. He's doing the business here from the off, though, and here's Alvarez. He's trying to do his business off the bench. It's another bar hit for us here in this one. Traiby to Somerville. Never mind. No 5th goal. 1 minute added on. And 1 minute done. That will be a 4-0 victory. All the goals coming in the first half, but Still some action in the second with the bar hit twice for us and, of course, that straight red card. So still some highlights in the second half to be shown. Chelsea won again, though. They just won't stop. Nor will Manchester United. We're having to win as often as we possibly can just to keep up at the moment. At the halfway stage, Chelsea are on for a 90-plus point season. We 6 points behind at present. And really, with 7 points to gap from third to fourth, it looks like a three-way fight at the moment, barring either a collapse from those above or the most ridiculous run of straight victories from Liverpool or Manchester City or Spurs below. So very much in the mix at this stage. At the end of the calendar year, as we push on into January, got Tottenham, Bristol Rovers, probably another FA Cup tie as well. Sheffield United and both Arsenal ties we may well split. Ooh, Anthony though, no. And let's be honest, we don't really want to do business with Manchester United. That's why you guys elected for me not, or one of the reasons why you guys elected for me not to go for Tchouaméni in the summer. So, Ferris Shaibi is on his way out, but who do I replace him with? That is the question that is being asked of you. Let me know in the comment section, and we shall do as you wish. I'll see you on Monday for more. Bye-bye.